Just in time for back to school, we are unboxing Apple's new MacBook Air, the 13-inch model that they announced at WWDC. There are hardly any changes on the inside, except for what sounds like a pretty awesome new battery. Let's get it out of the box. I have my sweet new knife from Gerber. Thanks, guys. There's so many things on here, I don't even know where to start. These laptops have always been popular with students, the whole MacBook line, and then of course the Air is very backpack friendly because it's so thin and light. Okay, MacBook Air. Alrighty, there we go. The box hasn't changed either. Let's get our plastic off of here carefully. Okay. I mean, if I'm being honest, they didn't really need to change the design. This is a beautiful laptop, and so far, no other notebook maker's been able to touch it. I mean, pretty. All right, let's take it out here. Clean, black and white packaging, as always. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna come a point where we say they gotta change something about this, but that point is not quite here yet. It just looks good. We have our power cord. Pretty much it. Let's get the plastic off. Get our MacBook out of here. Come on, little guy. Ah, there we go. Okay, you've all seen a MacBook Air before. Let's talk about the specs. As I mentioned, there are no physical changes to the exterior, but the headline on the new MacBook Air is that it gets Intel's new Haswell chip. It's an i5 1.3 gigahertz, configurable up to a 2.6 gigahertz dual-core chip. It's powered by either 4 gigs or 8 gigs of internal RAM. In terms of graphics, you get an integrated Intel HD 5000 processor. The best thing about the new Haswell chip, the battery life. Apple said it would be 12 hours. When CNET tested it, we got 14 hours and 25 minutes. It exceeds the previous 13-inch model by about half a day. There are some disappointments. You do not get a higher resolution screen, and it's not a touch screen, which some people had hoped for. But the res is very good. It's 1440 by 900. There's also a front-facing 720p camera. The MacBook Air is 12.8 inches wide and 8.94 inches deep, and it weighs just under 3 pounds. It has 2 USB 3 ports and a Thunderbolt port, but unfortunately, it does not get a new HDMI port. It does come with an SDXC card slot. Storage is still, unfortunately, pretty small. It starts at a 128 gig solid-state drive, although you can, of course, upgrade, but it'll cost you. There is also no optical drive, as on the previous models. Wi-Fi is upgraded to 802.11ac, which should play very nicely across the Apple line, and it has Bluetooth 4.0. Despite the interior improvements, the price on the MacBook Air is actually $100 cheaper than the previous model. It starts at $1,099. On the inside, the MacBook Air 13-inch is doing everything right. Better battery life, for me, trumps an HDMI port or a higher resolution screen. And this design is so sleek, it should fit in anybody's backpack. Plus, it's $1,100. This thing kind of works for everybody. Of course, that is just my opinion. It just so happens our CNET editors agree with me. Head on over and read our full review for all the details.